Hello everyone, it's Caribbean E and Tina. Welcome to the channel. Hope everybody's just having a wonderful day and that you're in the best of health.
Yes. So today we're going to go over one of the most asked questions. I get this all the time, either email or comments underneath videos or on social media, but it is, how much a month do I need to live well in the DR?
Wow. Yeah. What a question.
That's what we get. We get that a lot. And I know we've gotten lots of videos that we've done over our budget and how much we pay. So I'm going to do a low end to high end, and we're going to cover the basics that you'd pay for here. And then hopefully at the end, you'll find where you'd like to fall in depending on your budget. You know, everyone's budget is subjective to their lifestyle, savings, and preparation for that. Okay. So, start with housing options.
Right.
Renting.
Renting or buying?
Well, we're just talking about renting.
Okay. All right.
So, renting, you always want to make sure, like we said before, to rent in pesos.
Right.
And you can always negotiate. Absolutely nothing is in stone as far as renting. It's always best, though, to negotiate by how many months you'd actually like to rent. Because it's not the norm here for people to rent, like in the U.S. where you rent for 12 months. We take it for granted that that's what every lease is. Out here, they don't do that. They literally do it either by the month or, you know, months, plural. So you can choose however many months. You want 4 months, you choose 4 months. If you know you're going to stay there longer, you do it. But since you have that months on your side, I would use that as my negotiating power to lower the price. Right,
and that's your leverage.
That's what we did.
That's your leverage.
And then also in housing options, you always want to remember the neighborhood. You want to choose a good and safe neighborhood, but also ease of access to what you need to do. So like you like it because you can walk, and or Uber and taxis and everything can find us really easily. Right. So that also is going to add to the price. But basically, housing options can go anywhere from size, things like that. Obviously, when you say when it comes furnished, non-furnished, things like that will affect the price. But
it will.
A basic apartment would be anywhere from 400, I would say, because I would choose in a nice area, safe. 400 all the way up to like $800 a month. So those of you that keep asking us, that's about the average, I would say.
I would say that too, about the average.
For apartments. And then we're not even talking not just here in Santiago, like Santo Domingo, then you know you're going to be towards the higher end. You're not going to be on the lower end because that's the flexibility of picking different cities. Price also varies in cities. If you're in a big major city, it's going to cost more. Punta Cana will be more. Right. Utilities, it's always going to be based on your square footage and how much you're using. You know, like me, I am going through menopause. So electricity is my friend. Okay, I need my air conditioning and my fans. So that adjustment period, you might have it on a little bit more. Once you get used to it, hey, you might not have it on as much. But normally utilities can run anywhere from $60 a month if you have a small place and you're really not running things as much, to $125 a month if you have a larger space that you're using utilities in. Food, I always say buy local. Right. When you go to the grocery store, what do I always say? Can't you get like a local brand? Don't you want something local? Plus, the vegetables and the fruits you can't beat. Right. They're cheap. Very cheap. And then rice, beans, potatoes, eggs, and chicken are always cheap out here. And like, for example, rice is like 51 cents a pound. I mean, come on, it's not even that cheap in the States. And 24 eggs, because you know you always get the big thing of eggs. And that's if you were to convert it $1.82 US. So I mean, virtually speaking, if you eat local, meaning things that are made here, grown here in the DR, it'll save you money. Like we drink Dominican coffee, but do I buy other kinds of coffee? Yeah, because I have the flexibility to do that because my budget allows it. So, but we drink Santo Domingo coffee.
Right.
He drinks Presidente beer. We drink, you know, the different rums that are made here in the Dominican, as opposed to buying like another rum from another country. But you know, you'll learn what you like, what you don't like, what you want to give in to, what you don't. So food basically is going to cost you anywhere from $200 to, I wouldn't say more than $400.
Yeah, that should be the max.
Yeah, like you're feeding a lot of people for $400, or you're just like eating top tier.
Right, absolutely.
Like you're eating freaking fillets and drinking wine and
giant steaks.
Yeah, you're doing something if you're $400 all the time. But it'll vary, and it will vary depending on, you know, how much you buy and how much you're eating and how many people you're feeding. Healthcare, we've covered it a million times. Right,
a million times. Healthcare.
So the premiums, I would say, and they're for couple, because ours covers what?
Medical, dental, vision.
I was about to go.
Yeah, I'm good with my glasses.
And pharmaceutical.
Pharmaceutical,
yeah. So ours is for a couple. So if you're married, I'm just saying, if you're married, it will cover you and your husband. So this price is for a couple.
Couple.
2 people.
Right, 2 people.
Okay. And we don't have kids, so, I mean, but I'm sure kids would cover it. We don't have kids, so we don't have to worry about that. So it can go anywhere from $50 a month all the way to, like we have disclosed with ours, a little under $300. So we're just going to call it $300 because it's just easier and round a number.
Right.
You also have, I call the other category, which would be like maybe personal hygiene things you need to buy, like vitamins, cosmetics, cleaning supplies, clothes. If you want a gym membership because you want to join a gym or whatever it is that you want to do.
Right.
That again is definitely going to depend on what you want to budget. You can budget anywhere from $50 to $200 a month for that, but that's going to depend on you. You know your needs more than anybody else. Also, the last thing, transportation. Transportation, there's the motoconchos, the little motorcycles, taxis, there's Uber, there's the buses that take you from city to city, like we've said.
Metro.
And Caribe.
Caribe tours.
He's learning. He's trying.
I'm learning. I always get twisted up sometimes.
And then the public buses, the públicos, the big buses where they just grab people and then you just go down the little line. So those things can run anywhere from 50 cents a ride up to $2 a ride, depending on what mode you're taking. So I would budget anywhere from $5 to $50 a month, depending on how much you're going to be out in the streets like that.
Right.
Like for us, we have where you walk a lot.
Right.
I mean, unless it's far or we just don't feel like it, or the weather is whatever, or we have groceries, or whatever the reason, you know, you always want to leave yourself a nice cush in there so that you can jump in an Uber whenever you want. That's how I like it, at least. Right. So with all that, you always want to remember to save for a rainy day. That's what I say.
Rainy day fun.
You never know when there might be an emergency, whether it be like health or, you know, you need to get back to the States to your loved ones. Yep. And then there's also, you know, you might want to go out, dine out when we can. Because we can't, but when we can, when all this has passed. Right. And you want to make sure that you have money for that and for, you know, entertainment. If you want to go out and have drinks, or you want to go out and watch a movie or a show.
Or birthdays or whatever.
Yeah, and then travel. Because, you know, I say travel. So you always want to factor all of that into what you are, what you call your monthly budget. Right. So with all that in mind, we can honestly say if you have to rewind and play again and go back and play, if you add all those prices on the low end, meaning you just chose to do the low bare minimum for everything, you can live anywhere from $1,000 to $1,200 a month. So to answer the question, can you live comfortably? You can live on the low end, $1,000 to $1,200, and on the highest end, $1,800 to $2,000 a month. And I honestly, we live in the middle. We don't even live on the high end. Right. Because we don't really expend a lot. So we don't really spend.
Right.
I don't think we spend a lot. So
Mm-mm,
we usually stay, I'd say mid to high range, but I'd say more to mid range. But to us, that keeps our life like very comfortable, like we were used to in Vegas, don't you?
Right. Keep our expenses down too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely. Now, basically, the living that we live now, these accommodations will cost a whole lot more in the state, especially Vegas,
Yeah.
than what we pay right now.
Yes, if we lived the way we're living here right now in Vegas, it would be at least $4,000 to $5,000 a month, and we pay nowhere near that here. Because, like I said, here high end is $1,800 to $2,000, and we don't even live on the high end. So
what's that tell you?
So to answer all those questions that people that sent literally every amount known to man, I've seen 700, I've seen 1,000, I've seen 1,200, I've seen 15, 3,000, 4,000. To answer your question, I think that everyone could live very comfortably. I would say between 1,200 to 1,500 a month. But to be safe, I always put an extra cushion in there. So some people are very, I don't want to say cheap, but very frugal. So they could probably live here for 1,000. And then some people are very elaborate and might want to live at $2,000 a month. So it can be done. It's a lot better than those prices in the United States.
You better believe it. You better believe it. Those matrix prices, oh my God. They'll make your nose bleed.
Yeah.
Okay? They will make your nose bleed if you try to, even in Vegas now. Somebody was telling us the other day, $1,800 for an apartment?
Yes, 18, he's trying to say.
$1,800.
$1,800. Yes. But they were looking for like a 2-bedroom in a nice neighborhood in Vegas. Because you can live cheap in Vegas, but you're going to live in a hellhole.
Yeah. And that you don't want to do. You're going to live in a bad neighborhood.
Running for your door.
Right. Running for your door. Hoping when you come back, everything is still there the way you left it.
I won't be. But
and you know, the door ain't kicked in or whatever. It's just crazy. I mean, you know, if it is what it is. And like I always say on the channel, you get what you pay for.
Yes.
But here in the Dominican Republic, if you do it right, you'll get more than what you pay for.
Oh.
I guarantee you.
By leaps and bounds. You don't even,
guarantee
honestly, you don't even have to try that hard because, like I said, food, if you buy local, it's a lot cheaper. Rent, I don't think, is anywhere near what it is in the States for what the quality that you're getting. And just another FYI, if you guys are not subscribed yet, please hit subscribe. It's free to do that. We're trying to get subscriptions up. And when we hit that 1,000 and can finally go live, we'll have you guys to thank. And that's when we will release the second most asked question, which is, can we have a tour of your apartment?
Right.
We've given little teasers of our outside, our building, our patio, but we have not shown you guys inside yet. So if you'd like to do that, hit subscribe.
Hit subscribe, baby. Get us to that 1,000. Get us to that 1,000, and I guarantee you, we'll be happy, and you'll be happy. We'll be happy together.
Yep.
So is that it, Tina?
That's
great. Awesome.
Answer the question.
All right, we're going to have some comments. And you've already heard it from us, so there you go. Now, in the meantime, between the time, remember, life is to be enjoyed. Hit that subscription, notification, and guess what? We'll see you on the next video. Peace.